Greetings everyone, please give me a moment to make sure everything's set on up. Looks like everything's booting on up. Turn live chat windows. And now the macro. And there we go. Looks like everything's good to go. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see, we'll start for 1v1. Oops, that was automatic. Oh, not automatic, but matchmaking. I cannot think right now. That seems reasonable enough. One thing I forgot to do is turn off the OBS preview to save some resources. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Comp Heroes 2 replay. Spawn on the south side as blue Wehrmacht player, Austria player, got Slush. Spawn on the top right side as red Soviets, got Celix 12 Capsule. MG42, tier 1, it's pretty much standard build opener, straight up Grenadier Boltons, all that pretty much standard. I always think the increase of better cooldown Boltons better than the reload Boltons. The times 5%. So, all of these bolts are pretty good. The reload bolt, yeah, that can be swapped off with the 5% faster cooldown. So the player has the same set of bolts as well. Go for defense, could go for the very familiar face, and for the Soviet Combined Arms Army. No T-485s on the selection. Quite interesting. His opponent is going for a tier 0 play, so the defensive community tactics could be quite nice if he wants to follow up with tier 1. Probably not. We do also have this very familiar face, which provides some Dishkas and SVTs, which are generally pretty nice. So if it combines arms armor, I think it will be the best out of 3. Got guards, got the stealth AT guns, recon overflight, a lot of good stuff there. For blue, we can see assault support, which is always a nice doctrine. The cargo truck is very cost effective compared to caches. Storm doctrine, I always hate the fact that he uses Jaeger command squad rather than stormtroopers for the storm doctrine. That's just horrible. Why is it not like that? And now, and of course, the Jaeger armor doctrine. Elephant's more of a 2v2 item. So I think the best out of 3 is assault support. Conscripts do get peppered up by some, or pepper up the Pioneer. Grenadiers inside the garrison, but won't be getting shots on the conscripts. Down south, we do have the combat engineers. Overall, looks like the player has excellent field control. Yeah, he's going for double combat engineer to really help out the capture pressure. His opponent's going for a third grenadier versus a third conscripts. MG42 push way forward. MG42 fire away, gets a full burst but no suppression. Does not get any additional bursts off. Grenadiers are somewhat behind heavy cover. MG42 is advancing. Got 2 Grenadiers advancing here, so all 3 Grenadiers here. Combat engineers do fall back. Pioneers to decapture the cutoff sector. It will cut off the munitions and fuel sector, not the 2 strategic points back there. Grenadier captured the central VP. Another Grenadier is pushing forward. Probably get behind some heavy cover there. Hit this guy here. Battle phase 1 is being researched, but a bit far away, so no rifle grenade, and that just screams rifle grenade. Grenadiers behind some good heavy cover. Over here, Grenadiers hitting the conscripts. We got this conscript hitting the base structure. Ooh, we got a teller mine here. Very nice. Not sure if he saw that or not. Possibly. Be great for the Wehrmacht player. He didn't. It's also on the road, so T-70 could find it. The conscripts here do manage to push forward, capture this Kodok sector as well. So as the Wehrmacht players gain minimal resources. Actually, no, the resources seem coming in still quite well. Oh, the VP is actually providing supply. Look at that, the VP providing supply through the road, getting all that income. So this is not being cut off at the moment. Commandeers who fall back. MG42 protecting the cutoff sector here. He could try advancing the heavy covers, probably best he doesn't. And looks like a console squad does flank the MG42. Immediately shoots on back. Very nice. Panzer Grenadier on the field.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector. Our lines of supply are disrupted.
Got now a Soviet landmine there. On the bottom right side, we've got Panzer Grenadiers advancing.
On our territory.
Pioneers pushing the way forward. Oh, landmine's been detonated. Finds a Panzer Grenadier, very nice. Pioneers do manage to get on top of the conscript squad, and the conscript squad's wounded enough to be forced back by the Pioneers. Conscript falls back. Grenadier trying to engage the conscript squad here. Conscript somewhat behind some light cover. Grenadier is getting a little bit close for a rifle grenade, but they're pretty spread out. He does dodge. Bonus grenade explodes some combat engineers. MG42 does find the conscript squad. It gets a burst off there. Does not get suppression. Burst off there. Does get the suppression. Fresh 2-2 on the field, which may find this landmine. No mines were yet by the Soviet player. He does have tier 3 built. Has now 30 fuel. Going for the half track, which may find the teller mine.
Sector.
Half track deploying fuel. A quad half track does counter the 222, but of course needs a little bit more munitions for it. Grenadiers have been upgraded with the LMGs. Does get suppressed there. He now has enough munitions for it. Does pin down the flamer. Oh, finds that landmine there. Quad half track being upgraded. 2-2 push forward. He sees the half track unupgraded. Taking the opportunity to start peppering it. Combat engineers are back here so he can get some repairs going. Press it up a little bit more. No AT grenade, no Molotovs. He also doesn't have enough munitions for either. 2-2 falling back. Prioritize fire turned on. Needs to turn off prioritize fire. Conscripts are advancing. Quad half track getting repaired. I wonder if Quad will find the landmine.
Anti-tank gun is ready for action.
Being peppered up there. Quad half track repaired. Advances more southwards. If 222 goes this direction, it could lure the quad. No, looks like quad will not get lured onto it. Actually, just straight up heading down south. Does force back the Panzergrenadier. That's, I guess, it maybe was envisioned the conscript squad at one point in time. Yep, I do live casts for most of my games. I do cover. Right now, I sort of took a break from doing live casts of Age of Empires 4, but all the other games I do live casts. In fact, usually the replays I upload are the live casts, just in 4K rather than what 4K 60 FPS versus 1080p 30 FPS. I think I have to stream at.
Our supply lines.
MG42, that was a manual load, not the incendiary rounds. Incendiary rounds are available.
We have an isolated sector.
Push way forward there. Teller mine has not been found. No mine super on the field just yet. 2-2 May is seeing some of this stuff here. Both players have not selected the Doctrine, which usually at least one player has the Doctrine by the 10-minute mark. Usually both. Pioneers push way forward. Gotta be careful about that Teller mine so it doesn't get exploded randomly. Light artillery barrage in the MG42. Pioneers are suppressed. Quad half track heading down south. Grenadiers do fall back. Pack 40 rotating around. He's not relying on the Teller mine, to be fair. That, of course, assumes your opponent's going to drive over it. And probably most times you assume your opponent won't drive over it. It's good luck if you do. Expect if they don't. Pack 40 fires, which misses. Force fire on the ground looks like. Collins push way forward. 2-2 firing away. No AT grenade just yet. Of course, this one does not know that. AT grenade or AT gun does roll a miss. Pack 4 does get decrewed. Grenadiers need to start protecting it. Quad half track here finds the Panzer Grenadiers. Combat engineers do not have any upgrade or researching any upgrade. Combat engineers could get wiped out here. Does. Both Flamer combat engineers now peppering up the Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers need to get on out there. They're about ready to get wiped on out. And he realized at the wrong moment. Maxim engaging the MG42, MG40 engaging the Maxim. This house is quite warm, ready for winter, I think. Mortar. Soviet mortar on the field. The Soviet mortar is a very nice asset. It looks like fired off mortar flare, which is a very nice asset. Grenadiers captured the central VP. Quad does not find the Grenadiers. There's the mortar flare.
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
No tier 4 being built by the Soviet players just yet. And the Wehrmacht player has tier 3 built, very close. Oh no, that's Soviet player. Engineers force back the Flame Engineers. Conscripts are starting to get suppressed. Quarter half track pushing down south. Conscripts do get fully pinned. Engineers do fall back. I'm having trouble stuck between players. Battle phase 2 is almost finalized. So it's actually very close getting out, getting enough fuel for Panzer IV. Manpower will be another matter, because the structure does cost manpower, and even after that he will hardly have any manpower remaining, let alone enough manpower to get a Panzer IV. This gun fires. Maxim. It's pressing down the Grenadiers. Oh, land mortar. Oh, got a rifle grenade up there. Quad half track. I've been just keeping on this teleline like quad half track. Grenadiers getting suppressed. 2-2 needs to can stick around for a little bit longer. Flame Engineers immolating the conscript or Grenadiers. This gun gets a pen on the 2-2. Takes this board down the road. Pack 40 gets wiped out. Quad half track may finally find the Tellermine. He barely misses it because this gun's in his pathing to run it over. Incendiary rounds now being summoned. Quad half track does not expose well. The Ziscon is edging it around. Grenadiers need to fall back. May get wiped out here. And 4-2 does fall back. Grenadiers gets wiped out and drops the LMG. Engineers do not pick it up. It's good for our conscript squad to pick that up. And the Telemine remains unexploded. The regular combat engineers has gone down, so no minesweepers feasible at the moment. Resecures Pack 40. The Soviet player got so lucky the fact that this gun was parked right in the right place to divert the pathing of the quad half track. The Wehrmacht player has enough fuel for the Panzer IV, has structure, just needs some more manpower. He has now... Oh, nope, he just reinforced, so he no longer has enough men. He now has enough men to sacrifice to summon the Panzer IV. Tier 4 being built. A Tier 4 76 would be excellent right now. Panzer IV on the build queue.
Capturing supply sector.
Great hit there. Grenadiers hitting that conscript hitting that Grenadier squad. One has the LMG.
We have an isolated sector.
Grenadiers here are getting hit by the Maxim and by the quad. T-34 76 on the build queue, which it may find a landmine. And if that goes down decisively, I suppose he still has two AT guns. Panzer IV is the only thing that the Wehrmacht player has the moment to take on the T-34 76. Nope. Storm, Jaeger, or Assault Support. Also, wrong game. Because there's no fear propaganda on the Soviet build, on the available ability bar. Conscripts getting peppered up. T-34 76 now pulling the field. Hello mine still there. Quad half track down south. T-34-76 does avoid the landmine, which could be a bad thing. If he hits immediately, he has time to recover. But if he hits it while returning back, that could outright kill him. Because Panzer IV just needs 2 pens, and then the Telemine can finish it off. Oh, 1 pen, 1 Panzerfaust could, then Telemine can finish it off. This gun force by the ground and does roll a double miss there. Panzer IV prioritized fire turned on. T-34 Panzer IV has prioritized fire turned on. And here comes the Tellermine. Nope. I was once again mistaken. The Wehrmacht player can now afford another Panzer IV. Another Panzer IV is down the build queue. Of course, I did forget to mention he has selected the Guards of the Soviet Combined Arms Army. 1 Pender in the Panzer IV. Wehrmacht player is still not selected doctrine. The strafing run could be quite nice, as was fragmentation run. Finds the Tellermine finally.
Just like Napoleon's army.
Engineers ready for assignment.
Another squad of combat engineers, primarily probably for repairs. 2-2 peppering up those AT guns. Does take a shot, and force by the ground nails the 2-2. Which that could have been an upgrade of spotting scopes with this doctrine here. As for sort of misses the conscript squad there. MG42 sitting on up. And got a very small burst there. It does receive another half burst there. No suppression. 2 AT guns, 1 T-34. He can afford another T-34. It might be eyeing for Su-85, but he has 2 AT guns. I think T-34-76s would be great. IL-2 are now available. MG does get wiped out. Grenadiers getting nailed. Yeah, I think right now he needs Super Dive Bomb or Fragmentation Run to help deal with these AT guns. Rolls missed there, but I think that was a splash hit. Rolls missed there. AT Grenade connects too quickly. T-4 prioritized fire turned on, nails the quad, does take a pinch AT grenade, takes out the quad, the other Panzer IV is advanced with prioritized fire turned on. T-34 triple taps the Panzer IV, knocking it out instantly, does receive another AT grenade there, leaving 2 pens and it's done for. I think the Wehrmacht player is done for. Rifle grenades hits the Zis gun, but hardly did anything there. Grenadier is getting wiped out. I think he's... Yep, there goes the Grenadier. Yep, he's done. I think he's going to surrender relatively soon. Panzer Grenadier is idle. Yep, I think he's out of the game. And he has dropped the game. This Angry saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Because the Wehr player is careless with his infantry and the Soviet player was static with his. Sure, a little bit static, but the Soviet player does have majority of field control. At least at the moment. I think losing that Pack 40 was a huge issue, and not to mention that quarter half track not finding the teller mine was a massive problem there as well. If he had not lost that Pack 40, that would have been one more gun in his favor, one more gun not against him, is a big problem as well. So maybe losing the Pack 40 was the game deciding change. Plus, he dived on the quad, not on the T-34. Yeah, I think there was a lot of bad decisions there by the Wehrmacht player, with a bit of bad luck with the teller mine. Double Soviet. We just did Soviet. This might be good. Just double check. That seems reasonable. May not give indication skill, but may give indication lack of skill in hackers. Greetings everyone, and great here for another Cup Heroes 2 replay. So on top left side as a blue US forces, we got Kratos 1410, whatever that means. As well as the yellow UKF forces, we got Captain Salazar. I don't know why, that just seems not spelled correctly. Oh well. So on bottom right side as the magenta austere player, we got Flockshi. And spawning as the red Oak W player, we've got Stone. Does that make him stone cold? It was awfully warm outside, so the stones are warm. Stone warm? This is Russia, so it could be stone cold depending on what time of year. Volkswagen opener for the OKW player. We do have two doctrine lock-ins. We got Heavy Cav and Mobile Assault Regiment. US players going for a Rifleman squad. British player does go for a Vickers. Pioneers push forward. MG42 hits the intersection. Over here we've got Volks Grenadiers, who do have Rifle Squad, captain of sectors. Vickers or intersection does get suppressed a little bit there. MG42 packed down up. Vickers nailing the Pioneers. Volks Grenadiers do have heavy cover here. Wait, double Vickers by the British player. This one may find this Volks Grenadiers. It's hard to tell if that angle. This is not firing at the moment. Now it has an angle. Had a bit of a line sight blocker. It has a negative cover, so it will take extra suppression, but does get behind the hedge line now. If he gets also squeezed the heavy cover like he did, he will more rapidly recover from suppression. Incendiary grenade there. Early SW's half track for the incendiary grenade. Another intersection, so intersection number 2. Ref squad's not falling back.
A capture point is being overrun.
Two Pioneers being focused down, very good. Two Pioneers need to start falling back. Retarget towards Volkswagen. Does he do that immediately because he knew he was not going to get the wipe? Might as well just retarget and win the fight. Though his opponent's teammates, MG42, did advance. Grenadiers do get pinned down. Intersection push forward. Building's a little bit warm, ready for the winter.
New universal carrier ready for use.
Grenadier here. that word in Russian means something like moan, noise that means pain or pleasure.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Okay, I don't know what that means, because I don't know if I saw that written down.
Awaiting order. Not taking losses. Oi! Time to do what we think. Fire at it! You ain't the WI, you twat!
Your forces have constructed a platoon
Reaction
command
squad does
post.
get forced on back. We've got the Volksgrenadiers here. Rifle grenades somewhere.
Target that infantry! What's the flank?
Wait, is that just stone? What? Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on. Is he referring to the word stone? Because this is English. Wait, does YouTube's auto translations change what the text is on the screen?
Armor attacking us!
Rifle squad firing away.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Wait, neither of these players are Soviets. I don't even know what you guys are talking about at the moment.
Supply is looking a bit squiffy. Line's been cut.
Got it. But this is clearly in English, right? And that's coming back to YouTube. I'm pretty sure YouTube's like, I'm not sure if he has like auto dubbing on, but I'm pretty sure auto dubbing doesn't affect the written stuff. I think he's Ukrainian.
Losing a capture point.
Can't remember. I get some the various languages mixed up. We do have now the intersection getting pursued, which does get wiped out there by the Grenadiers. Now we got a 222 to go along the 221. 223 is almost available. Now it's a 223.
Did you need something? This is what we're trained for.
Got it. Oh yeah, I never really thought about keyboards. The only keyboards I'm really confused by when I see briefly is probably the Japanese keyboards. I'm assuming Chinese and Korean as well. Like, how do you all even type? At least when it comes to like Russian or Ukrainian with the, what's it called, Cyrillic or whatever the Ukrainian version is, at least it's in characters that are one character, as opposed to the various like Asian languages, which is multiple characters smashed into one character. 2-2's getting peppered up there by the Vickers.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Wasp imbling the Grenadiers. Intersection push forward. Rest squad's advancing. Red goes for, I think that's a Vickenwerfer. Yep, Vickenwerfer. M1AT gun sitting on up. Does not get shot off there. Pull out of vision range. Excuse me. True mind there. Don't tell me I'm going to hiccup. Forces do get suppressed there. Bar rest squad there. We do have now the hitting down the captain. Rifle squad does express. Rear squad straight forward. Rear or Stream Pioneers do lay down a landmine there. May reviewed it by hovering over it, but maybe not. Smoke barrage there from the off map. Smoke barrage, very nice. 2-2 falling back. Pioneers there. Panzer Grenadiers advancing. U.S. build order. Rifleman Captain M15. No ambulance. No weapon rack. But he did have an M1AT gun, but that must have been decrewed at one point in time. Red doesn't have it, magenta doesn't have it, so it's decrewed somewhere. So probably a triple rifleman, captain, M180 gun, M15. Nice and simple.
Under fire! Cherry MG has us spotted! Promotions for us, chaps!
Beaufort's attack position. Good news. The ability
These
is ready for
Grenadiers
use.
getting hit a little bit.
Heavy machine gun! He's got
I just realized something. Well, one, British player did lose intersection in one of those engagements, and may lose this guy here. But yeah, we did see that get wiped out. AEC rolls a miss. But the British player also has gone for Bofors, one for AEC and Bofors. Not necessarily. Recon's nice,
sorry, chaps, but
but nothing critical, I would say.
The enemy hit our
After all, the captain line does offer pack howitzers help to deal with AT guns. One Grenadier does get wiped on out, the other one does escape on out of there. AC, of course, has received a Faust.
anti-tank gun engaging us!
The Major does also have the Recon Pass's ability, and this doctrine is not very munitions intensive, so he's able to spam out Major abilities no problem. AC connects. Minesweeper does escape out of there. M15 trying to pursue the 2-2. Does manage to barely escape on out of there.
enemies trying to take a point from us.
Another intersection on the build queue. All going to be upgraded with medics. Of course, sometimes you do also have a teammate, so his unit's just charging forward and dying. Also spots for the Pershing. By existing. Reaction squad does fall back there.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Vickers packing up. There may be a bundle grenade in the garrison. Does fall back in time.
Ready to execute! Under attack! Under attack!
Up north, Fire Squad behind some heavy cover. The Grenadiers behind some heavy cover. Pentagon inside the garrison. AC fires away, gets a hit. Not fully repaired, but should be repaired up enough. Vickers suppresses the Grenadier there. You also have a Pyrotechnic Squad here, which is also a good scouter to help out with the Pershing. Pyrotechnic Flare there. That garrison likely destroyed from this barrage. Smoke Grenade, I think thrown out by this guy here. So there's some smoke effects somewhere in this region. Nails the garrison. It's pointless to build both off the speed of the Pershing. It does provide experience upon completing it, but I think usually at that point in time it's usually a fuel question rather than a command point question.
Contact! Anti-tank gun!
The amount of experiences you gain from it's actually quite small. It's like a not even a quarter command point if I remember correctly. Though I could be mistaken about that. Incendiary mortar barrage. Oh, finds a landmine there. Does not wipe out the squad. Lag misses the rifle squad. Got these Volkswagens in open ground. Open slots on the build queue. We have, of course, the Spearhead Doctrine and the Elite Armor Doctrine. All doctrines have been selected. Against the Pershing, once that doctrine gets revealed, there was often that smoke barrage, so if they pay close enough attention, they realize what doctrine the US player has gone for. the Jagdpanzer with heat rounds should be very good versus the Pershing. Possible Storm Tiger? Possible, but Storm Tigers are relatively rare nowadays. Though this map is a bit more long, which does, and skinnier, which does promote the usage of the Storm Tiger, or Sturm Tiger. Rive Squad may have left hung up dry. Our squad does get picked off. Grenadiers behind some car there. Getting suppressed. This is one of the models a little bit exposed. So he's getting hit by 2 Vickers, which may change the math. Or since it's by a British player, maths and allies backed out of the game. Or dropped out of the game. Not sure what happened. On to the next replay. I'm going to take time and restart the game and use restroom, but that was a disappointing end to the least. Remind me not to upload that one to YouTube. Please give me a moment to use the restroom.
Sega.
My apologies, I'm back. I think the best use of the Doctrine is a Scope Panther with strong shells. I'm guessing you're talking about for elite armor. I generally find the Jagdpanzer just generally all you need for AT. I don't think the Panther is super useful for OKW. I find the Jagdpanzer just far cheaper and far more reliable. Let's see, could do this one. Because I know this guy loved it when I cast his replays. At least I get a kick out of it. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Company Heroes 2 replay. So on the north side as the US forces, we got Alexander. Spawning as the Soviets, we got the dreaded Tim. On the south side as the magenta Austria, we got Colds 44 with a capital 0. And as the red OKW player, we got Jan Ulrich Legendary. So it's some sort of form of foreign there, because who on earth spells legend with an E at the end? Or Auric with 2 L's? And whoever Jan is. Jan? No idea actually how to properly pronounce that. It may seem simple enough, but I'm overthinking it. Jan? Vaughan push way forward here. Heat shells are nice in Pumas, but of course it's a little bit expensive, and of course Pumas are a bit more of a fragile platform. Or the Jagdpanzer is a pretty durable platform, has great frontal armor, and Veterancy 3 allows it to even take a 4th shot and not die. Barely, but does. We also got a tier 2 skip here by the Wehrmacht player. He has gone for the elite troops doctrine. So Stormtroopers G43 is some of the most powerful, is probably the most powerful infantry unit for that the Wehrmacht has. Just don't go for the MP40 upgrade first. Go straight G43s, no other upgrades. Skip G42. I generally say with a tier 2 skip, you want to go double G42 into a second Pioneer, rather than what was it, MG42 Pioneer, MG42. And no Pioneer Bolt can help out with that. Other players his teammate could go for is Overwatch, Breakthrough, or Fearstorm. Opal Blitz is very nice for, so you can go from Mechanized. Sector Assault, of course, very good, so as well as this is a good map for Jaeger Light Infantry. And Breakthrough with Yak Tigers are pretty good in 2v2s. Infantry 4-2 still hitting that rifle squad, but since they hadn't found heavy guards, should be fine. Pioneers losing out versus the rear echelon squads, or it's pretty much a draw. Ooh, and the rear echelon squad gets fully wiped. Minor loss for the US player. Though the chance of landmines not much more likely. Oh, wait. Apparently the Camp Groove Company has the rally on top of this Pioneer squad, so all fusion units from the Camp Groove Company will go to that Pioneer. We have now M3 here, slightly wounded.
We have been granted access to superior arms and soldiers.
The cannon warfare now in the field. No SOV has half-track just yet. Even if your opponent does go for, if your opponent goes for Mechanized HQ as well, regardless of if he goes for Fearstorm, make sure the Wehrmacht player builds his teammate a medical bunker. It really is helpful for him. Hell, even if they put the Battle Group HQ forward in the middle of the map, give your teammate a medical bunker so if they retreat back, they get some healing going. Just be a good teammate. So a player can go for Advanced Warfare, which is a nice doctrine. You get the Loiter and T-45s and Conscript PPS stations with Conscript pairs. Very good doctrine. Guard Mortar Coordination Tactics, that is a staple. Mechanized Support Tactics, ISU 1v2 could be very good in 2v2, so that's probably the doctrine he's going to go for. Infantry, M1919s is always very nice. Mortar Half-Track as well. Pershing, always quite nice to have. And Airborne, so I say almost all the doctrines for the US player could be very usable. So I think Calliope is usually the better doctrine for the M1919. Just players going for Pack Howitzer, very nice. He's also supervising this production, very nice.
75mm. A capture point is under attack.
That M3 is getting ripped apart by all the automatic weapon fire. Sturm Pioneers! Kuvagen going for the kill. It may secure the kill. Sturm Pioneers seeing the penal. Oh, but there's a landmine there. Penal Squad does dismount. Penal Squad here is winning off with Sturm Pioneer since they got a lot of free damage on the Sturm Pioneer. H42 hitting that Sturm Pioneer. Got a half burst onto it. Does not suppress it. Got this guy there. I'm sure he's trying to get some repairs on the M3. He lost vision of the M3. Sturm Pioneers do manage to escape on out of there. Pioneers are advancing. One has a mine sweeper. H42 sitting on up, getting overran by everything. Got a shoe mine there. Pioneer squad may get wiped on out. He has enough command points for a Stormtrooper. Go for Pan's good here. Cancel that. Stormtrooper G43s is better. True. But that's something even with just simple cooperation. You do have the Overwatch doctrine selected with Battlegroup HQ, with the Battlegroup HQ back at home. So I can go for healing back at home, which is equal to healing back at home. M1 AT gun in the build queue. Oh, looks like the hand cart here got kicked off in the distance. And it looks like it got kicked way off the distance there. I was just chasing Shadow.
Contact! Return fire!
Volks Grenadiers, MG42 setting up, MG42 setting up there. Heard a landmine detonation somewhere. Incendiary grenade was thrown. Of course, when that would be a stun grenade. Volks Grenadiers, no cover. Storm Pioneers receive a frag. US players gone for frag grenade research, and also had a on me from the captain. 2-2 hitting that M3 does put some damage onto it. Backs off away from the guards of PTRSs. We do have a doctrine selection, the mechanized support tactics, as I predicted.
The peg gun is ready for orders.
Leading the US player, I have a good feeling the US is going to go for airborne for the P-47s, but that's not guaranteed. In fact, he does go for infantry. One saw North Weapon, 2 random monster teammates be not familiar who North Weapon is. I think that you said that was one of the Ukrainian streamers. Can't remember. With 2 random monster teammates be team of 3. To be honest, teams of 3, I generally find when I was playing all the time, I generally find teams of 3 horrible. Like, they're generally not very good. They're a bunch of friends who generally are just not very good. People think team matchups unfair disadvantage. It all generally feels like team matchups are just, for me, they were incohesive and not very good. Has revealed the doctrine? He has revealed Jaeger Light Infantry. Of course, that could be Scavenge or that, if the players remember that he didn't have Scavenge, so they know it's Overwatch. Plus, let's be frank, very few people even select Overwatch Doctrine, or even have it on selection. They just go straight, not Overwatch, Scavenge. And they just always go for Overwatch. Howdy. Sheer Panzer quarters have been built. Panzer authorization is being authorized, and a squad of Obersoldaten. You could probably go for Obersoldaten first, though. Panzer authorization is a pretty quick research. M3 push forward, Pack 40 rotating around, setting on up. 1 shot and stun for. Or maybe I was. There it goes. Pioneers actually secured the kill of that vehicle. Clearly the Pioneers did all the work with the Minesweeper. The M3 was made out of metal, so they're easily able to find it. We have this Stormtrooper, MP40s, hold fire, shoe mine here. Oh, that's actually secured by the Okadobi player, not just realizing. We can refer. No, that is the Wehrmacht player. I'm just brain dead. Kenneworth rolls a miss. Kenneworth does not get another shot off. And those are starting to fall back. And 2-2 is plenty health. T-Sub Pack 40 sitting over here, but got Penal squads here. No, it's maybe was top 10 many years ago. I don't think it was Ukrainian. Got it. There's names I do not recognize. I don't remember North Weapon. Granted, there's a lot of names I don't remember. Probably wasn't not on the code2.org forums. Does blow up the shoe mine, his own shoe mine there. Lords Mr. Rifleman and Rifleman squad there. Pulling back. MG42 advancing. 2-2 hitting the Penals. Captured Pack 40, almost wiped out. Captured Pack 40 does get wiped down and out. Ooh, and a frag grenade there knocks out the MG42. Sturm Pioneers and Volkswagen should be able to decrew the MG42. There goes the 2-2. Hardly even touched the MG42 there.
Unit ready.
Does salvage the carcass and receive directed there from the pack howitzer. My most favorite support weapon in the entirety of the game, the pack howitzer. Very good asset. T-Sim push forward. The cannon for connects. Let's see, yep. Thanks to the anti-tank gun ambush tactics from the Doctrine, the Pack 40 does have camouflage capability, making it very fun. Oh, finds a landmine. Volkswagens do indeed explode a little bit. Just a little. They actually make it wiped out here. Telemine deployed there. US player may have spotted that telemine going down.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
That could be quite nice, though it does take a bit of time to build those sandbags. He does not have any conscripts for sandbags.
New anti-tank gun has arrived.
But generally you don't really see a rifleman sandbags too often. They do take a little bit extra longer to build. The rifle squads do have M1919s. We got the MP40 stormtroopers here. Those incendiary grenade on top of the captain. Stormtrooper needs to start falling back. Capture the mission sector. Stormtrooper may get wiped on out. He does get forced back to G43 Panzer Grenadiers. Right now, the Silver player does have nearly 900 manpower, so he's floating manpower at the moment. And while he does also have 3 penals, 1 Panzer or Guard squad. Plus, the Pack 40 is also very nice, not to mention since he has gone for Tier 1, he has a penal squad, which means he has an AT asset. A good one, at least.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Yeah, right now the Silver player is not hurting from manpower. He's actually not super high in command points either.
Guards troops ready for action.
I thought I heard... Wait, oh, he lost the guard squad that was inside the garrison, didn't he? He dropped a PTRS there. Don't pick up the Eagle Infantry. That gun's not great. Best pick up a Sturm Pioneer of a Panzer Shrek already. Mobile mortar does cost 30 fuel. It is expensive fuel, which does slow down Sherman production. He does have a major on the field, so you can actually go for Sherman right now. He's queued up a Sherman. Yeah, 30 fuel for the mortar half-track is on the expensive side. It's a good asset, don't get me wrong, but it is expensive. The Pack Howitzer, of course, doesn't cost any fuel and is an excellent asset. It has a very good auto attack, like the mortar half-track. Also, its barrage has double range, so it makes a lot of good coverage. Plus, 0 fuel. We do have, of course, Sherman taking the build queue. The US player is also floating quite a bit of manpower at the moment. The Kennewifer getting tied up there a little bit. SW half-track was supporting the field, but it's going for the mechanized HQs. It looks like the Okada player is going straight for the King Tiger. MG42 hitting these units. And looks like the Wehrmacht player actually didn't even have Battle Phase 2 researched.
We are down to 300 points.
Yeah, everybody's started to play us out. US player could rush out Sherm tank a bit of time ago, so he was a little bit late on that. Soviet players now going for his tier 4, which could be just eyeing to get tech up and preparing for the ISU-152, which might be the good idea. Though an SU-85 in interim may not be half bad for more AT, but they're not fighting against any armor sets, so he doesn't actually need that.
Marking and targeting of vehicles is now available.
Yep. Very good block there. Though has been resecured and repaired, it looks like. Oh, we got a time on target somewhere. Yeah, I think it's somewhere over here, right? Oh, there's some flares. Time on target's actually over here, hitting the Japan's quarters. This is the strafing run. Not sure why he dropped. I guess the time on target and the pack house abroad, she's going to try to destroy the Japan's quarters. However, he doesn't really require this anymore. He's going for the King Tiger, so that is somewhat expendable. True, Pinos are not very good against tanks, hence why I think PTRSs are downgrade for Pinos in general. But they're not fighting against any tanks. That's the thing. If they're not fighting against tanks, he can actually still pursue the ISU-152. He's going for T-3476. Good anti-infantry asset while providing somewhat okay anti-tank. Combined with the Pack 40 and guards, he can make it work. Frag grenade there.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
If you got these Volks before, got the Telemind here still. Battle Phase 2 is now being reached by the Wehrmacht player. Pack 40 rolls a miss, of course. We do have the T-3476 and the Sherman tank push right forward. If the Kenworth does connect on the T-3476, the Kenworth is starting to fall back, gets blocked a little bit there. You have a Tellermine here, which he does miss. Both tank shots does get the Panzerfaust off there, which that might finish off the Volksgrenadiers if the T-3476 runs it over. Something exploded a little bit. I think there's a priest on the field. US player has gone for a priest. A priest has been ordained. Striking the sheer Panzer quarters. With our cast vision, we know that's a bit more of a lower priority target. ICU won't come to play. That point bleed is going. So yeah, going to the T-3476 this early on may be the best idea to help close the game now for the Allies, in favor of the Allies. Does suppress him down. Obasas looks like does get saved. Got a heap barrage here. Sheer Pen scores taking pounding. Keen Tiger's almost available. So the player is approaching the fuel for an SU-85. If he sees the King Tiger, go for the SU-85. Don't save the ISU-152. Fight here now. And the Tiger Ace is somewhat far away thanks to the lack of command points. He is going for Battle Phase 3 now. Of course, you need to get the sheer Panzer quarters. By the time that's all completed, he'll probably have 10, so we need 3 more command points. Missions cap they need. Now, both players have 1 at the moment. The US player, time and target is available, and as well as 1,000 manpower. So the player has some missions to reserve, and so is enough for mark target, the most important, very important building. This auction more important than this strafing run. Wehrmacht player has plenty of munitions for the rest of the game, and the Oakland player can always use more munitions for sector assault. But if you're saying build munitions caches for the allies, I would not disagree with that. King Tiger pushes the way forward. I don't. Wait, can the mortar half track dismount? I don't know if it can anymore. I know they removed it from the, of course, the Pershing, from the priest. Not sure about the motor half track. It may or may not be able to do that. Can't remember off the top of my head. I second guess myself too much. Yep, both the Germans are pushing for the big cats. Here comes an improved recon overpass, or recon pass by the US player. It's hard to say. They don't have too many VPs. Double capture against them. Captain foolishly got pulled off. Didn't finalize the capture. Our squad falling back. Frag grenade gets a good hit there. Wipes out the Shum Pioneers. And the repairs will be needed for the King Tiger. His teammate does have a Pioneer available, going for the Panther. He realized he can't save the Tiger Ace. He needs a Panther on the field. Though, to be fair, AT guns on the field. Does get the T-34-76. Go for SUD-5. 3 minutes away of fuel for ISU-2. I think SUD-5 would be a good call. Maybe his teammate can get out Jackson instead. Triple pack 40 for the Wehrmacht player. LIP, small vehicle. Assuming talking about the WC-51. It's hard, honestly. I'm having trouble remembering some stuff nowadays with this game. Panther, push way forward. Great hit there. Paradise fire turned on. Shoot a landmine found by the Obstlassen. Bounce on the King Tiger. Pen on the King Tiger. He still has the mechanized HQ, so hopefully he has repairs available. He needs to go with the repair upgrade. He has enough resources, and the King Tiger will need the repairs. Mark, nope, that's a button. Not enough munitions for the mark target. Does get out of vision range. King Tiger through the tree against the Volksgrenadiers, saying use this as camouflage. King Tiger will require 24 population. The Wehrmacht player does not have enough spare population. Losing a support wouldn't be half bad. Priest firing away. Priest firing over here, looks like. Panzer has been hit. Panzer has been hit. Good there. Vehicle with 50 cal upgrade for mechanized upgrade. Yep, Paul WC-51 you're referring to. Enough munitions Soviets can give PTRS and Satchel Tiger. Up here, smoke grenade. Munitions expenditure somewhere. He has gotten one PTRS upgrade. He did go for the ISU-152. It's now in the field with the Dishka being upgraded. To be honest, the Dishka upgrade is not super useful because you're just out of range for it to be useful. has armor-piercing rounds loaded against the big cats. Not a bad idea. He does have more range with the armor-piercing rounds than the high-explosive rounds. Though, if you ever play Warno, the IS-2 has you can use as self-propelled artillery with like 15-kilometer range. Div can use armor on HQ. I'm sorry, don't know. Good pen there. Jackson pens. We may see some saber rounds. US player has some munitions to work with. Jackson takes a pen. Double bounce there. Panther advancing. Sherm tank has arm piercing rounds loaded. Jackson connects to the Panther, knocking it back. Two big cats in the field. Panther and King Tiger. IS-2 does take a hit there. The kind of refer here, T-Sim for recon mode. Decruise the Volcanifer. Telemine here, Telemine there. A large number of Telemines for the Wehrmacht player. He does have spare munitions, so, and no real munitions on that doctrine, so extra Telemine's not a bad idea. Wehrmacht player has the tech, needs a little bit more command points, but probably just needs manpower to get out the Tiger Ace now. Artillery of some sort there, a time on target. Panther pushing forward. We do also have now the Sector Oval Assault now available. King Tiger starts to mark target, loitering around him. Good pens on the King Tiger. King Tiger needs to start falling back. So players are running low on VPs. Grenade there. King Tiger one pen away from death. Maybe even P2S can take it out. Looks like the Priest is a barrage in there. 250 half track there. SW or Stuka Safus, the walking Stuka. Warframe half track being queued up. Here comes the Sector Assault, hits the IS-22. This point is being decaptured. The game shall continue. Wait, what? Oh, don't tell me. There's a Wehrmacht Jackson. US player has vehicle crews. Nope, that's a vehicle crew for the Sherman tank. He lost the vehicle crew. That thing is way too high health to be repaired and salvaged. He took out the vehicle crew somewhere and grabbed himself a Jackson. That could be game changing. Capture in favor of the Axis players for now. T-70 can start capturing this up. 6 was firing away. This is being decaptured. Packard survived. MG42 barely survived.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
T-70 trying to finish off the Obersaratsen. Finish off the Obersaratsen.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Another Jackson build queue for the US player. This Jackson is basically guaranteed to pen anything that the Allies throw at it. Oh, I suppose IS-2 may resist shots from the captured Jackson. But the captured Jackson, how did he let that happen? That's really not good. This Wehrmacht player has now too much AT. You got triple AT guns, you got Jackson and Panther. He does have 2 MG42s. And a reinforcement half track. But on me on this rifle squad throws a frag.
The enemy is taking our territory.
So no G43 upgrade onto the Stormtroopers. Resecures MG42. Transgrenadiers assault shooting back to half track. Do now the single strafing run from the Soviet player. That exploded, probably from the priest. Making the ground extra holy. Lots of pen that Sherman tank triple pen. Sherman tank deleted. Don't pursue. Start capturing. Your opponents have very little VP, so start capturing it. Oh, tree. Looks like that fire really cooked off the tree. Yeah, the 251 half track for the continuous field pressure is very important with the very long VPs. King Tiger push way forward. King Tiger has Spearhead, of course, activated. And on the King Tiger, bounce on the ISU-52. ISU-52 has high explosive rounds loaded. It needs armor-piercing rounds loaded. T-70 nuke. There goes a spotter for the ISU-52. We kind of prefer to make it decrewed. Those to get decrewed. I thought it was going to be by a rifleman, not by the ISU-52. Use placement to capture this point. One of these squads need to get over here. King Tiger mark targeted once again. Things need to get over here. Stukas Boost hitting last known location of the AT guns and the rifle squads. Rifle squads took a pretty massive hit there. Point remaining neutral. ISU-152 falling back. MG42 firing away. Got another on me. Frag grenade on that MG42 again. G43 upgrade on top of the Stormtroopers. MG42 does get decrewed. Immediately rescrewed by the Panzer Grenadiers. Probably better crew with the Stormtroopers. Better target size. But against frags and the high explosives doesn't really matter much. They capture that point. Shun Pioneers backs off the heavy cover. Combat Engineers there. Explosions here. Ooh. Is that a creeping barrage from the priest? That appeared to have been a creeping barrage from the priest, or maybe... Actually, I don't know where all the artillery is coming from. Soon be a capture favor of the Allies. Okadoy player rotating around. Do you have a... This will be neutralized in time. Did lose some VPs. 251 half track explodes. We still have telemines, a good number of telemines in the region if you could not tell her. If the Wehrmacht player has enough manpower, he can deploy out the King or the Tiger Ace, finds the telemine. However, he's lacking pretty much everything. Magenta got ripped apart by that artillery. I'm pretty sure that was a creeping barrage. We do have an MG bunker here, which is quite important right now. There's a smoke. He's pinned down. Panther could crush that, but he's already about to get destroyed. King Tiger here. This point is captured. And do you have the MG34 here? I will probably actually push it forward to guarantee more coverage and vision to help hit stuff before it starts getting decaptured. 80 guns getting decrewed. Magenta has pretty much nothing. He needs to start repairing these things up. He does have repair engineers here. I think Magenta needs to get another Pioneer next for repairs. I don't know what the Wehrmacht player should do. He is not looking too good. Central point is neutral. So the Axis players are safe for the time frame. Tiger tank now versus C3. ISU 2 loves these low infantry situations. Sometimes you can defeat your opponent by just nuking the infantry and avoiding all the vehicles. With both the priest and ISU 152 on the field. Decap from this point. MG34 here. Took his foos. This is the rifleman. I think that's game. Guards who get pinned. And Shun Pioneers are decapturing the point. Guards do recover. And so decapture this point. Puma? Don't know.
Units consolidate. They are down to 10 points.
I think it's the game's just over. Soon be capture favor the allies there. Rat Squad can just dogpile the point. IS 52 and Maxim here. Yeah, I do agree with that. Having them both go for the big caps was a bad idea. One player back in the game, red. And this player does lose a game. The sand grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. I have time for one last replay for tonight. Yeah, Magenta, if Magenta didn't lose everything to all the artillery, maybe they could have turned the game around, but once that happened, Magenta had vehicles are almost dead, lost AT guns, one Pioneer, just ultimately nothing. Oh, we haven't done, at least haven't had a good game for it. So we had that one very short game, so let's do this one. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Computers 2 replay. Spawn on top right side as the yellow UKF. We got Iran, TM or Iran. I ran, he ran, she ran, they ran, also ran. Bit of a reference to the Three Stooges. Spawns the other blue UKF player. We got Tokai Tio, one of the Umo Usumes, and or Horse, if you just want to care about being a normal person. On the south side as the magenta Okoto player, we got winner underscore POV. And spawn as the red austere player, we got why, dude? Question mark, question mark. Yeah, you just haven't really seen me play, going for her tier 1 skip. But then again, that's 3v3s, where things are a bit more volatile. Grenadiers MG42 here. Intersection captured the munitions sector there. Volkswagen captured the strategic point. MG42 behind some good heavy cover. Grenadiers here do have the what's it called? Universal carrier. We do have raid sections immediately on the field. We do have the Tactical Support Regiment, as well as the Elite Armor Doctrine. Yeah, when it comes to Pioneer, Tier 1 skip for Wehrmacht, you do also need bulletins to go along with it. It is difficult, but very much feasible. You have to immediately rush out Panzer Grenadiers or 250 half-tracks. Or go for defensive positioning for the MG42, secure some resources to go for the tech up. June Pioneers, quick inside that garrison. There's 2 windows in that side, actually, not 3 windows. Volksgunners pretty forward. June Pioneers got sort of caught out in the open, got hit by too much damage there. Volksgunners engaging the section. They may need to retarget towards the Royal Engineers. Both Volksgunners squads who fall back. We got the 221 on the build queue, as well as SW's half track. Does get suppressed by the MG42. More Raiders. Raiders roll. They are basically an unrestricted intersection with 5 men. I don't know what the target size is since they are not in the mod files to inspect. Because the mod files is 4 years older than the actual final patch of the game. Yeah, they never really properly updated the mod files. Royal Engineers gets inside of the Universal Carrier. The Universal Carrier is an upgrade from the Bren Carrier, since now it can carry everything universally, I think. Does fall back there. Oh, does already receive an AT grenade, a heat grenade from here. And we've got the Vickers K there, able to overrun the 221. The 221 actually has less health than the 223. And it got quickly peppered down there. I guess you're talking about this guy here. Oh, it did go with the recovery engineers with the Universal Carrier. Sorry, I'm not sure. Both of the players gone for second infantry section, so I'm not sure referring to. Maybe you're talking about this guy here. I'm not sure. 2 Brits. Both have gone for double infantry section. Who are you referring to? Shun Pioneers moving around. Forced out in the open, get hit by 2 squads, so they should be ripped apart no problem. Pulls back the frontal squad and falls back entirely. And this guy's slightly wounded. He does pop medical supplies here, so once he gets out of combat, he can start being healed on up. He falls back there, just pull back that squad immediately, getting some damage, just nothing too critical. Hell, he may try to tag nearby these guys here to get some healing going. Nope, that's the 5-man squad also research there, so that's part of the health bar that's missing. Move section does not get the garrison. Oh wait, is that garrison just already destroyed? Yeah, the garrison's already destroyed. I'm an idiot. It looks stable enough. It has a nice open floor plan. Very tall ceilings. New section behind some heavy cover there. AEC connects to the other 221, going for the 223 upgrade, but one more shot, and it's done for. Without the 223 upgrade, it has 240 health, so we'll get 2 tapped by the AEC, who does 120 damage per shot. 2-2 here, which has 320 health, so we'll take 3 shots to take it out. Though the coaxial may do some extra damage there, which may change the map. Force by the ground there, gets a good shot. Of course, it's traveling through the, not dark, but smoke. The fog of war, if you will. Smoke of war. Does escape on out of there. Even if they fire a shot against it. That's why he turned off the weapon after that one shot. But kind of work on the build queue for Magenta after losing two 2-2-1s. Is that medical supplies? Uses the medical supplies. He will be interrupted, so this guy will not be healed on up until he gets out of combat. Got a little bit of health reach in there, but then interrupts his own combat there by shooting that man. And starts recovering health now. Actually, it looks like it's starting to resume. So put on pause. And get some rest. You can always finish the live stream tomorrow morning. Or evening. How about tomorrow midday during work? Volkskandiers and some light cover. Medical supplies there. Sleep is important. If I don't get enough sleep, like I've not been doing for the past 3 years, 4 years, I tend to be a little bit not great. You're welcome. See ya.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Oh, is that the... Okay, there is a designated command vehicle on the AEC. Very nice. Shrimp Pioneers engaging the... Gets a hit there, does not wipe him out. The... Storm Pioneers, I don't know why my mind's melting. Volkswagen is getting hit by the intersection. The intersection is behind some heavy cover and 5 men. We use medical supplies while he's building stuff. So he's in combat now, getting peppered up by the Pioneers. Mortar emplacement here, going for the second mortar in the emplacement. 6-pounder connects on the 222.
We have a fresh half-track at our disposal. Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Volkswagen is getting peppered up. Intersection does fall back. Grenadiers firing away. Got these 2 sections here. Good hit there.
Reconnaissance flight set to go.
Rocket grenade fired a little before. Did in fact dodge it. This section here does get suppressed and does fall back. Mortar half-track firing about. Oh, that seems a good time for a mortar. Oh, incendiary barrage there. That seems a good spot. Oh, looks like he tried to hit the mortar emplacement. It looks like he mostly entirely missed the mortar emplacement there. Oh yeah, I forgot the barrage is of course 3 rounds. Missed all 3 shots of mortar emplacement.
An emplacement is being attacked.
Now we got some mortar barrages in the mortar emplacement. Grenadiers falling back some heavy cover. Volkskandiers here. Next section heading down south. Got a bit of healing here on the intersection. It does get interrupted by the Vikenwerfer. Grenadiers do get peppered up.
The command half-track has been converted to the headquarters building.
Trio Panzer Corps has now been pulled and fueled. He does not have enough fuel for a Panzer IV, though then again he did spend a lot of fuel in those 221 half-tracks. Wehrmacht could go for the Battle Phase 2. We do also a couple more Dodge lock-ins. Of course, we got the Elite Armor, Spearhead, and of course, I forgot to mention the Mobile Assault Regiment. Instant mortar barrage there. This time, this mortar half-track will be going, mortar emplacement will be going down.
The enemy have destroyed a forward emplacement.
Sniper does get peppered up there a little bit. Rolls a miss there. We do now have recon pass from one of the raid sections up. No, from the recon overflight from the command vehicle. Of course, 2-2 can pepper it up, but always feel that recon overflight is a little bit more resilient. If you want to check out the health, you gotta go in this form here. You probably may see some shots here soon, as we fire another burst. Does get shot down. Does throw a Molotov. Good mortar hit there.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
That intersection should have escaped out now there, just a bit of delay in the decorator. If you're Magenta Switch 4, looks like it's got a Molotov there. Volkswagen is getting ripped apart by the various automatic weapons fire. Figures does get forced him back. Obersassen on vetted. Another Obersassen on the build queue. Vikenwerfer connects onto the Chromo. I think that shot was a miss on the Universal Carrier. Because I'm pretty sure that Chromo was not in targeting range at first. So unlucky miss there for the Brits.
Under fire! Enemy squad has us targeted!
Hits the Universal Carrier.
Extra firepower is now available for units.
Fire from HMG!
Getting some good hits there with the Chromo. Nothing's here to stop the Chromo. The chase is going back. This Vikenwerfer is freshly spawned out. And looks like these units took some more hits, but do not get wiped on out. Engine 34 not going to be able to do much right there. Sections start blobbing the way forward. We'll support the command vehicle. Trying to fall back there. That's why you prefer Wasp in mid-game? Yeah, the Wasp is more of a counter-structure building in my opinion. It's not bad.
Machine gun crew awaiting orders.
Cherry infantry firing at us! Cheeky buggers!
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Rolls a miss there. Rolls a miss there. Reconnaissance overflight this time from the Wehrmacht player.
The enemy cut our supply line.
Smoke hit there. Obersausen's falling back. Double Kenwerfer pushes his way back. Schumann Pioneers do fall back. Grenadiers push way forward. More or less he is, because he's used the command vehicle. These aura effects are generally does promote blobbing to a certain extent. At least the permanent aura effects.
Our capture point.
Because the force multiplier, and if you hit more units, that's be an even bigger force multiplier. For vehicles, I'd say the aura effects, constant aura effects are fine, but for infantry effects, not so much. That's why other aura effects usually are timed with infantry, like the artillery officer for the Wehrmacht, or was it KV-2 for the Soviets.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Good hit there on the Panzer IV. Now have a land mattress firing about. Ooh, and there goes Shun Pioneers. There goes the source for repairs. Excuse me. Forget for 1 set on up and does connect. Forget for 2 connects. The other one actually did not.
The gun is not crude. Not anymore.
I have a feeling the blue British players are probably going to go for a second land mattress, though Firefly wouldn't be half bad since he only has a Cromwell for AT at the moment. He is lacking fuel for the Firefly though, so 6-pounder would probably be best. Magenta, of course, replaced out the Sturm Pioneer, which makes sense. Red's going for a Burn Bar, very fun indeed. Of course, there's also he has the tech available for the Tiger Tank, though he still is a bit far away, so hurling high explosive components would be very nice. And yellow has 1 6-pounder, so the only AT the British players have at the moment is a Cromwell and a 6-pounder. And I don't really count the designated command vehicle for ADC anymore, since it has reduced rate of fire among other things. And against the Blob, the Burn Bar is excellent, as well cheaper option the Panzerwerfer, but the Burn Bar provides constant pressure. Looks like that sniper does get picked off there. I think it may have been from a mortar? Not sure. Wasn't paying close enough attention.
Enemy hard-track firing!
That's the incendiary grenade.
Bloody infantry shooting at us! Watch it! They're trying to flank us!
Good news. The
Grenadiers
ability is ready for use.
are hit. Oh, we've got a explosive on there. Takes out the AT gun. Now the Burn Bar can charge forward, take it out. As hold fire turned on. Very nice.
You now have Tiger tanks at your
And destroying the AT gun's not a bad idea either. AT gun rolls a miss. AT gun rolls a hit. Land mattress firing away over here. Sturm Pioneers will repair up the Panzer IV. And it looks like the Cheer Panzer Corps is getting hit. He has no fuel for another Panzer IV, but go for anything else, barring King Tiger and Mechanize. Good pen there.
damage estimates show the enemy at 300 points.
Incoming fire! Enemy flanking us!
Bolsonar's move forward. Does get efficiency 3. Brumbar flanks. Piet bounce and miss. Mortar explodes. It's usually his job to make stuff explode, but this time he does explode. We kind of work getting hit by the Vickers. Of course, we do have double Vickers here, so good amount of suppression.
Under fire! Panzer engaging! Under attack! Archer cover!
That plug gonna be destroyed. Yep, destroys the slit trench. Brumbar does take a pen there, gets a nice hit there, and that was a. I'm not sure actually what got the damage engine crit there. That's usually like an AEC. Oh, yep, it was trade target. Schumpeter is now falling back. Yep, Brumbar only has 4 kills at the moment, but it's definitely keeping back the blobs. Right hit there in the Obswassen. Land Match Barrage once again back there. If the Obswassen retreats back through it, he may explode. Does get a pen down the Cromwell. Another pen down the Cromwell. One more pen done for. Prioritize fire turned on. Blitz. He does repeat rounds, which won't help him out. One shot's the Universal Superior, so that did actually help out. One shot of death for him. Rolls a miss there. It's very dangerous. Both sides not going for the coin flip. Falling back now is just probably the safe option. And the Panspor is more expensive, more valuable than the Cromwell.
Ready and waiting.
Blue's now going for his own Firefly. And Magenta's going for a Panther. Like I say, I think the Jagdpanzer is a better option for OKW in general.
That's better. Back at full strength.
Red is aiming for the Tiger. Brumbar with hold fire turned on, gets a good hit there. Receives a good pen. Firefly receives 2 pens there. Captures its counter and pack 40. Panther moving around. Good pen there. Another pen there. Panther received a pen. Sends some misses there. Brumbar received another pen there. Probably needs to take it back, get some repairs, maybe use a bunker buster. Okay. Why do seniors like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Each section does prep out the Vikenwerfer.
They've seen us! Under fire!
Pioneers reporting for duty. Get ready for
Good hits on the Obersassin. Does get a pen. Double pen there. Cromwell's one pen to death. We see the bounce there from the Firefly. But not pursued. We do have now the Panzer artillery now being summoned. And land mattresses. Panther push right forward. Panzer 4 as well. Does send the pen there and miss there. He does have enough missions for more blitz and heat. The Panzers there need some repairs now, especially the Panzer 4. Firefly advancing, 6-pounder as well. Incendiary grenade has been thrown. Over here, do got the Grimbar gets shot there in the slit trench. Firefly rotating around, rolls a miss. Vickenwolf is sitting on up. Registered 1, 2 crew members left. Fires, good hit there. Tulips being very Dutch. Did I say Vickenwolfer? That's 6-pounder. Why did I think Vickenwolfer? Grenadiers push way forward. Brumbar push way forward. Another round Tulips. The Brumbar hates the Dutch now. To me, Tulips. We now have the Panther push forward. Rolls a miss. Brumbar looks like will escape on out there. Vickenwolfer advancing. Another Vickenwolfer here hits the Cromwell. Panther push forward. Lots of pens of that Panther. Panther may just need blitz. Does go down. 6-pounder does find an angle onto the Panther. Mortar does get wiped out. Obersassin pushes forward. Vickenwolfer taking some hits. Yeah, the pintle mount on top of the Panther is, well, dead. Red goes for his own Panther rather than for a Tiger tank. Wipes out the Grenadier there with the blob. But of course, the pintle mount is not super needed on the Panther since it doesn't really need anti-infantry, and the other aspects it does provide help out the Panther. As an AT's asset, not an anti-infantry asset. Brumbar here, booby trapping the central VP. Does get some pins on the Centaur. Trying to take some hits there. Panzer 4 push forward, gets a good pen. Bounce there. Another good pen there. Oh, fragmentation run. Annihilates the MG. Oh, actually one of the bombs that hit the Cromwell, stunning it. But gets out of vision range. Gets a decent hit there on the infantry section. Panzer 4 still alive. Firefly takes a couple pens from the Vickenwolfers. Make it a third pen. Panther blitzing its way forward. May see Tulips here. Treadbuster connects. Force lost vision, so couldn't get the second shot there from the Treadbuster. Bunker Buster looks like raining far on top of the 6-pounder, and the Panther goes down to the other Firefly. It's the slit trench, that's about it. Panzer War for barrage. Misses. There goes the slit trench. British plays on the 100 VPs. Vickenwolfer connects. Vickenwolfer connects. One more shot and it's done for. Vision will be another matter. Cromwell blitzing his way forward. And Firefly goes down to the Vickenwolfers. Hands 4 push way forward. No heat grenade. Heat rounds there from the Panzer 4. And does blitz on out of there. May get another shot off. Does get another shot off there. Don't think it'd be a good idea to pursue. Was it lost Oberstlotzen as well? Misses the Kenworfer, falling back now. Splashes the Kenworfer crew, but does escape on out of there. Land matches barrage, probably hitting this MG soon.
Field reports indicates the enemy is left with only 75 points.
Good hit there from Piet. Booby trap here is no longer existing. Don't know what exploded. Let's see now. Another Panther.
Standing by.
You upgrade the Panzer Commander. Another Oberstlotzen. Red. Same for resources. Hands War for Barrage. Nails the MG. Blue has resources. Oh, another Firefly wouldn't be half bad.
We have hammered the enemy down to 50 points.
Rolls a miss there. Nope, I hear another land matches barrage running on in. And now Panzer is veteran C5, blitzing on out of there. Yellow does have access to the Crocodile and needs a little bit more fuel. I don't think the Crocodile will be super useful though right at the moment. He has gone for Anvil, so he has access to regular Churchills. I find regular Churchills better than Churchill Crocodile because the regular Churchill has more health. They may have less armor, but more health.
Kill best for random, as they say.
Nails the Centaur.
We're down to our last 10 points.
Oh, British players down 10 VP. Has not been paying attention to the ticket counter. And they just need to get on top of this point. Nothing nearby if Axis players get on top of the point. If section is straightforward, but with a triple capture, that's game. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. As mentioned beforehand, that shall be my last replay for tonight.